Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Frito Plays Games version 2.0. I guess that's what I'm calling this. It's a new YouTube channel, and yeah, we are playing on what is technically called Riverview Farm. However, it is Newbie Farm for all intents and purposes. I have to find my way from the house because I haven't spawned in here. The last episode I recorded, I didn't want to do any talking. I just wanted to soak it all in. And I bought some chickens because chickens. And I took down a couple of trees and we harvested a field. And that was about it. But yeah, it's Newbie Farm. It's Newbie Farm. And yeah, it was really a good time. I really enjoyed it. Today we are going to be changing out some equipment. Maybe not the little tractor. We might keep the little Holland. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But we're gonna swap out the baler because I have a baler from the Kubota pack that I really like. We're gonna swap out the mowers. Yeah, we're definitely swapping out these mowers. And probably just getting something else. I have mods installed, but all of my mods that I have installed are from the in-game mod hub. So, if there's ever a question of, oh, where did you get this, where did you get that, it's from the in-game mod hub. Everything except for one item. And I don't know that we're going to use that one item on this map. I don't think it's necessary because except for some of the really big fields, it just wouldn't fit in. It's a multi-fruit root crop harvester. It does all of the root crops, and it's basically, here, I'll show it to you in the store. I think it's under beets. No, it's not. It might be under vegetables. Yeah, there it is. It's the Grimmy Rootster 604. But it does everything. It does potatoes, it does sugar beets, it does all of the veggies and everything else. But I personally don't think it's necessary on this map. I've got the Grimmy mod pack installed. I've got all sorts of stuff for doing potatoes, which is really the only root crop I'm interested in doing. I may take some contracts to do the others, and that would be the only reason I would go ahead and pick up that particular mod is for doing contract work. And that would just be, I would harvest the field, do the contract, and everything that's left over extra would go into the soup factory. If the soup factory isn't actually on the map, I've got the mod or the item. I can just go ahead and place it down somewhere. But that's not a today kind of thing. Today we're going to swap out some equipment. I'm going to get a different tractor. Sorry, Cavalier. This Massey Ferguson is going to go away. I'm just not a Massey Ferguson guy. They're nice tractors, but I've got a case that I want to go ahead and use. So we're going to repaint and repair and sell. And we're going to repaint and repair and sell. And I may actually keep this guy. I haven't used a big loader. I do have my steering wheel installed. I'll probably go ahead and get rid of the telehandler though, because I have a JCB that I like mucho better. These guys are okay. I know where these are. Fairly certain I know where these guys are. We'll take this down and drop the forks down by where we harvested the last field. And oh yeah, that tractor front end loader is gonna go away. Is there anything I can take with me on the back of this? Probably the sprayer if there's nothing in it. Oh, there is stuff in it. I'm just trying to think. Because usually what I've been using is I just get this guy. Because he does fertilizer and lime. And then for herbicide, I've got these little sprayers. This is 12 meters, but it only holds 1,000 liters, and then I get this little 350 liter tank. And that usually works out for most things, especially smaller fields, which is pretty much what we've got. We don't have any real giant fields right now, and I'm not taking spraying contracts. I'm going to try not to do any contracts. I'm also going to try and not do anything on this map that isn't recorded. So since the last video, I have not played on this map. Just as an FYI for you guys. Not that, you know, you want to follow along or anything. It's more of a... I'm just going to... I hit I. Not enough space time. About here. Not enough space time. Whoa. There. Just drop it in the middle of the road. Yeah, I don't know. I want to just not do anything. I don't want to do a bunch of stuff and then be like, oh, look what I did. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone or not. But that's where I'm at. These two fields are going to get plowed together and make... Basically, this is going to be... let's take a look. See, I could plant canola, but by the time the canola is ready to harvest, I'll have missed my window for planting potatoes. I could plant sorghum. Oh wait, no, that's harvest season. Yeah. I'll probably just do all the field work on these and let them sit. Because I want to do this field and potatoes next. Get a stockpile of potatoes. You know, I'm going to have to pick all the rocks. I'm going to have to do all the lime and fertilizer and everything, and then they can just sit for the winter. Starting out, it's kind of rough. You don't have a lot going on. But yeah, that's why I took out those trees. These trees on this side were just quality of life sort of thing. The ones in the middle are so I can plow the fields together. That's pretty much all I'm going to do with trees. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of forestry, anything on this particular map. Not that I don't have the ability. this winter. And if I need a spot cleared out for play school or something like that, then I'll do that. But otherwise, I'm gonna try and leave trees alone and just do regular farming. Traffic driving on the wrong side of the road here. Okay. Alright, turn this guy off. And we'll do the repaint and sell and repaint, repair, and sell. Repaint, repair, do all the R's, and sell. Alright, there's our wheel loader. We're gonna leave him alone. We're gonna leave this alone for now. I'm gonna leave the combine alone because we've got a couple of fields over here. Is this one ready to harvest? I didn't look. Might be close. These trees in the middle here are gonna come out. Well, maybe. Yeah, I'll probably get rid of these ones down the middle just so I have turning room, but I'm not gonna plow this out. This part will get plowed out, and 9 and 10 will get plowed together. Soybeans are still growing, and the corn is still growing. Okay. This is next. We aren't going to sell the JCB just yet. It will probably get sold. I'm deciding. I like the JCB tractor. Right now, it's useful though, because I like the four-wheel steer, but later on, it might not be as much. It does have some nice speed on it, and for any of those of you watching that don't know, I've played this map many times for many hours, probably thousands of hours on this map, and you do end up doing a pretty good chunk of driving around. I do have some modded trucks that I might end up getting a truck. I've got one. It's a Scania truck. I haven't tried it out yet, but for doing stuff like taking out those trees and then carting the wood chips all the way over, this is the way to do it. So this may just end up being that kind of a tractor. It's just, it's not going to do really any field work. It's more of a utilitarian. It's a tool. It has its purpose. I know Roy, also Squirrel, I know Roy put collectibles on the map. I have no idea where any of them are at. I don't even know if I'm going to go looking for them. That's more of a desperate times kind of thing. Or, hey, I want to buy this field and I'm $100,000 short. Oh, okay, well, go find a couple of collectibles. But I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think I can plan it out well enough to where that won't be an issue. Also, lumber is a far better way to make a quick 100 grand. Alright, traffic. Should I put on my blinker? Would that help? Would that help the AI traffic? They don't care if you use your blinkers, they don't care about your beacons or your four-ways. They're just programmed to drive down this road. I will be getting probably all of the animals, or at least try to. That's part of doing potatoes, is I've got the new potato sorter, seed potato, pack, and that makes a lot of pig food. And so that's an easy way to get rid of that stuff. And then beef cattle, not dairy cows. And then I'll do normal sheeps. I like beef cattle because all you have to feed them is hay, and they will. And if you have the straw, like I have over here, you can get manure for your fields. You can get slurry. Alright, let's slow that down, turn it on. We'll continue to get rid of some trees for a bit, just because I'm in this tractor. This thing is handy. Doesn't want to cut, I will buy a chainsaw. There it goes. There it goes. Stumping all. It's all gone. And these trees are, they're decorative trees. They're not meant to do lumber, so you'd have to do all of the branches and all that shenanigans. And I'm not interested in doing any of it. Turn it all into wood chips and sell wood chips. Sometimes you have to raise it up so it gets the trigger with the stump. But otherwise, so yeah, it's really nice to be back Newbie farm. I was telling Roy, chatting with him a little bit, that playing it, finding the map, kind of felt like when you come home after you've been gone. I haven't played any farming simulator for a while. There's one piece yeah, it's been since sometime when FS19 was out that I stopped playing Farm Sim. And so it's been 4-ish years. That was a long time. It was a long stretch. And I don't know, I just decided one day, I don't know how else to put it, that I was, well, so last fall, I finally managed to get all the parts and build myself a new computer. Bought everything on Amazon and had it shipped, because where I'm currently living, that's the best way to get anything. Yeah, I don't care about chips. They're 90%. I had a feeling it was going to go to I hope there aren't a bunch of these little things all through there. I guess I'll so anyways, yes, I got a new computer. It's not top of the line. It's a 1 generation old AMD processor and a pretty decent video card, AMD Radeon. I don't remember what kind of video card. It's got 10 gigs of memory in the video card, so it does okay. I don't get any stuttering. I don't get any craziness in the game. I have it pretty much cranked up to ultra settings. And yeah, it looks good. And I can record. Everything's fine on the PC end. So yeah, most everything that I do, I don't have any problems with. 1 second, coffee break. But yeah, I finally got a new computer built. That was kind of a key factor. I wasn't playing a lot of stuff because my computer had just gotten so old. We're talking 15 years, something like that, 15, 16 years old. And yeah, it still functions. I wasn't able to upgrade Windows any further. Windows would not run on the hardware profile that was in that PC. And so Steam was going to quit working in December. And I was like, okay. Last summer I spent all summer as a greenskeeper at a golf course. I'm going to be doing that this coming summer as well. I really love doing that. I get to sit on a mower all day. I get to mow. I get to hang out at a golf course and they give me money. It's great. And I get to play all the golf I want for free. And where I live, summers are awesome. So, yeah. But I took my golf course money, which, you know, I don't get paid a lot. Greenskeepers really do not make a lot of money. For any of those that are wondering, yeah, money is not your primary motivating factor in what you do. But I get to get out of the house. I get to go mow. I get to drive some really awesome mowers, and I get to have fun. It's only for a few hours every morning. I mean, 6 to 8 hours in the morning. I get up really early. But anyways, oh, I hit that car. I might turn traffic off. I like to have them because it makes it feel more immersive, real, but at the same time, driving tractors down the road with stuff sticking out. It's almost as wide as the tractor. Front end. Just, yeah. Anyways, so I took that money and built myself a computer. I haven't gotten any new monitors yet. It was just the case and the desktop computer. So yeah, then, you know, it was like, okay, I played Derail Valley and didn't have any issues with it. It's like, okay, this is working. Then I installed World of Warships, which took forever. But, you know, that's a fun one, and it tests your, you know, hardware pretty hard. And I didn't have any problems with World of Warships, you know, short of internet issues. But then I was like, okay, well, and I got to looking around on Steam, and I was watching somebody's video popped up on YouTube, and I was watching, and I was like, oh, I should go check how much is it for Farming Simulator 22. And Steam had a sale. You could get the game and the first 2 season passes, which was a bunch of the DLCs, for like $44, $45 US. And I was like, yeah, alright. Alright, I suppose. It twisted my arm. Oh, you stupid little car. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's it. Turning traffic off. I love your roads, Roy, but the cars on them are infuriating. Is it in here? I have the lumberjack mod installed as well, so yeah, that's a fun one. Traffic off. Save game. So yeah, I bought the game. Honestly, I think I was watching Daggerwin and Chainsaw do their multiplayer tournament thing on No Man's Land, and that's what really did it for me. I think that was it. It was like, okay, I need to go play again because, or at least look into it because, you know, all of the factory stuff was new, and then they had introduced the grapes and olives, which I think are awesome. We're definitely doing olives. Grapes, probably not so much. Although there's a lot more mods for grapes. It's... I have the mod that makes grapes and olive planting super cheap. It's like $10 a post, basically. Which basically makes grapes worthwhile. I have the trailer harvester for grapes. I have, you know, a bunch of mods for grapes. But olives are just more useful. If you take all of the space that you plant grapes in and you plant olives in it instead, and then you turn that into olive oil, and then you go down the road to your other factory and you can make potato chips. Potato chips are amazing. And they sell for a lot of money. And it's just potatoes and olive oil. Yeah, and then you can make potato soup, and then all the rest of the potatoes after that get funneled through the sorter. I get sweet potatoes, I get big food, and I get premium potatoes that I just sell. So that's kind of the way I do my potatoes. I like doing potatoes. Anyways, so yes, olives will be a thing. I've also got the mod that plants the big olive trees. And then you get the shaker, which is the other reason I'm considering keeping the JCB. Because you put a front loader on this guy, a weight on the back, and you go out and you shake the olive trees. And I got really close on my No Man's Land map. I had over 100 hours into the map. And I was getting ready to harvest my olive trees. It was springtime. That fall I was going to harvest. And something, well, I had a save file corruption and everything got wiped on my 100+ hour No Man's Land, which made me very sad. And I wandered around looking for other maps for a while, and I was just sad. So what happened was I had downloaded a mod. It wasn't the mod's fault, it was my fault. I was being dumb. Kind of. So it was one of these trailers, and I don't have one currently, but I think there's something else in here. Yeah, this thing. So this is for seed planters. You can put one planter here, one planter over here, right? Well, they make one that's just a straight bar, and you have 3-point connections. So what I did was I took that, and then I took tree planters and connected the tree planters to it. Well, then I was using modded saplings. So I was using these guys, 360 saplings in one pallet. So I had over 600 saplings on one pallet, or on basically on one harvester, one planter. With the little birch piece, and yeah, 2 harvesters, 316 saplings each is 634 saplings. And I had a glitch at one point during the game. I saw it. I knew it was going to cause a problem. I didn't save the game. I continued to use the thing. Basically, one of the pallets like reset itself back to the trailer, which I thought was really weird because I'm here. My trailer with my saplings is kind of where the combine is, right? And the pallet jumps from my planter over here all the way over there. And I'm like, huh, that was odd. And I didn't save the game. And I kept going. I actually ran back over, got the pallet, and it never seated into the tree planter correctly. I just kept going with it, and then at one point, something happened. There's a piece of something happened. I don't know what. I had to turn game. Yeah, I just went in to regularly save the game, and it froze up while it was saving. I knew there was a problem. Oh, I have crop destruction turned on. Oh no, my soybeans. Oh well. I was really worried about the soybeans, to be honest. So yeah, I knew there was a problem because it hung up while I was saving. And instead of just letting it sit there and figure itself out, I hit the task manager and just closed it. It basically killed the program, and it killed my save game. So yeah, don't do that, kids. But then, yeah, it was like, okay, I fiddled around on other maps for a couple of days, but I was still kind of sad about my No Man's Land. I like No Man's Land. I have a save game over there right now. Not using that particular 3-point mod. I'm not doing that anymore. Just get one planter and run around for a while and plant. Or don't cut down trees. Or don't worry about replanting them. That's the moral of the story. But yeah, I was kind of kicking around YouTube, and it was Mr. Sealy P's video. Review video on this map. I was just, I turn on YouTube and I watch videos while I'm playing Forza. Especially longer videos. And he's like, oh yeah, we're doing this mod review, or map review of Riverview. And I'm like, that sounds really familiar. And so he starts out and he's like, yeah, it's by Cavalier Roy. And I'm like, oh, I know that guy. And then he starts driving around, and I'm like, that is not Riverview, that's Newbie Farm. And I stopped the video and went and downloaded the map. Like, I stopped everything and went and grabbed it, because Newbie Farm was kind of home for me. I think it was... Roy, you'll have to remind me on Discord if you watch this. I want to say it was Farm Sim 11, maybe 9. I think it was 11, though. It was the first version of Farm Sim that I had. And that's when I grabbed Newbie Farm, because it was like this challenge map, and I broke all of the challenges. I was telling the wife about it the other day. I'm like, you remember me playing this? She's like, yeah, kinda. You know, she kinda pays attention. But back then, I mean, we weren't married. I think when I first started Newbie Farm, very first time, I hadn't even met her yet. But yeah, I did things really differently. I don't remember who I was watching when they were playing it. They were like, oh, they got their tractors and they got their combines and they were harvesting the field and they kept going broke. And oh, if you don't do things just right, you're gonna go broke. And Newbie Farm was no joke. Like it would kill most people. And I would start the farm. I would start the game and sell everything except for like one tractor, a mower, and like a trail forage wagon or something, and just do silage until I made enough money to do farming. I remember one, I basically had this set up right here because there was a mod for Farm Sim 15. Yeah, 15 was when forestry got introduced. And you could run around. Trailer got hung up on a tree. You could run around and basically do what I'm doing to the entire map. And so I would go take all of the trees, because back then the fields, like if you bought this field, the property line ended at the edge of the field. Everything else that's grass was basically public. You could go around and mow and bale and harvest in all of the grass and all of the trees. So I ran around and basically made myself a bunch of grass for free without ever buying a field. And took all the wood chips. And I can't remember what Roy did. It was a good time going back. He made wood chips not worth very much, so I just, took all of the trees out of the way and did the grass anyways. And then, the grass feeds the sheep, and then you got wool, and yeah. But it was a good time. I think at one point, Roy stopped giving me updates on the map because he was mad at me because I kept breaking every way he wanted to do it. But yeah, I'm not going to do that this time. If there's trees running down the middle and you want to take the trees out and plow the two fields together, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do the grass thing. I remember he put a bunch of trees down the riverside one time and I took all those out so I could mow all the grass for free. I'm not going to do all that this time. I'm just going to play. It will probably be relatively boring until I decide I need to do some placeable or something. But it's just going to be playing the game, I don't have a lot of crazy mods. I have the fast bale pack thing. Basically for one reason. I got it so that I could connect the tedder and the windrower together to make hay faster. That was all it is, but I've got a swather that has a head on it that has a tedder built into it. So you mow and it comes out as dried hay. So I'm not even going to get the tedder and the windrower. I might still get a windrower just for doing regular grass, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I can get a 30-foot draper head for my swather, and it all comes out in a nice little windrow for doing silage bales. Sorry if you guys heard that. I tried to mute. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not gonna do a lot of grains shenanigans. I'll probably keep a small field of wheat going because the chickens need it, and I'll need the straw for the cows. There's 2 more trees up there. Might have to take some of those ones over there. I don't know. Hopefully I don't have to drive through the field again. But yeah, it's just gonna be... I just want to hang out on farm. It's kind of my home. And like I said, I'm not going to do anything on here that isn't recorded. I'm going to, spend hours and hours and hours. I've got plans laid for that. 8 hours a day playing, whatever. Little wedge piece. It's not even really there. But it is there. It's not there. Might have to buy a chainsaw, but I don't have one. Yeah, we'll buy a chainsaw. It's not playing nice. All my farms where I'm not doing forestry, I get the look because that's like your Home Depot, big box store. I needed a chainsaw to cut this limb down. I'm not doing forestry on this map. Not if I can help it. There isn't really a lot in forestry that I'm really excited about. Yeah, you can make furniture, you can make all these things. But you can do all of the, you can do productions for a lot of your crops too. You can do all of the flower productions. You can do all of the oil production. Nope. Take out just on this corner. If you really want to get into it, there's the grape. Is it grape production? Scrolling down, you have all the platinum expansion stuff. You can install a mine shaft. I haven't done that yet on a map. I've got Roy's production thing. There's the composter mod. This is a silage producing guy. Yeah. I've got the heating plant that takes all sorts of different things. It's very expensive though. Homebrew Productions basically makes all your fertilizers and herbicides. I've got a pellet production. You can make all kinds of wood pellets. And then the grape processing. And the oil mill. So, last one I did was this guy. This is, I know it overlaps. Let's come out here. That's the last one I used. 200 grains, not bad for something that takes your grapes and makes grape juice. It makes fine grape juice or fancy grape juice. makes raisins, and it gives you raisin seeds that you can then take to your oil mill, and you can make raisin seed oil and just sell it basically. They stuck in a spinnery, or a couple of them. Tailor shop, you can get this grape hide. I don't know. Anyways, you can make all these clothes. You can make fertilizer in this little shed, which actually does really well. And for 40 grand, it's not bad. So we'll probably have, if I decide to go grapes. Excuse me. And then all of Roy's that he put in, 80,000 for an oil mill. Grain mill, make all of your flour. Carpentry, cereal factory, if you want to grow oats and corn and things. And then, yeah, seed potatoes. So there's the little sorter. He's one production line, or for another 175,000, you can get the triple line. And so this guy's fun. I like that one. Sometimes I'll add on a fourth or a fifth if I'm getting a lot of potatoes and I'm not chewing through them. But it comes with a BGA, and then I've got a small heating plant that burns wood chips, but it's only like 5,000 wood chips. And then, if you get something and you don't want to have a regular chipper, you just drag it up to this, and this chips it real fast. And then wood pellet factory, and a wood storage. So that stores your wood and basically kicks out pallets of wood. So that's what I've got. As far as orchards, it's this guy, and you string out whole trees. It can't be planted right now though, because but yeah, and then these are the trees that you go along and shake. That's the one I really want to try. But I've got the cheap olive and grape mod, so $13 per tree olives versus the 130, and then $10 grapevines. That makes doing these worthwhile. I don't have any modded greenhouses. I have the Red Barn pack, so you can get a windmill. Makes you $3 grand a month. Should we do that? Just, a little extra income that just does nothing is actually kind of nice sometimes. Here, we'll stick this right up here, right in the corner. Happy little windmill. There you go. 50 grand. We've made that in wood chips, and now we have a little windmill to look at. Yay! But yeah, I like the production stuff. I like that you have something else to do with the products that you're growing as you can afford it. You can build this empire industry, but it takes time. On my 100+ hour No Man's Land map, I had flour production, I had oil production, I had grape production, I had all of the wood stuff. I was bouncing around between 4 different sawmills, placeable, that basically just farmed trees for you. You get X amount of wood every, day or month. As long as you kept it fed with saplings and water, I had all of this stuff going, and the game was actually running it pretty well. From the outputs too. Wasn't really budging on it. So, but it was a lot to keep up with, and I don't. The only downside to it is all of the pallets. Pallets, 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 pallets. Everywhere's pallets. Here, I don't know why I'm using my keyboard. Probably because I was just. I'll start there. So I've got a trailer that auto loads pallets for me because, yeah, I did the forklift and I can do the forklift and I can do the telehandler and I can handle items, but there are so many daggum pallets everywhere that I just don't anymore. Everything has a pallet, and yeah, you can set it to selling, and then you lose 40% of your profit, which is dumb. You might as well just take the base materials and go sell them if you're going to do that. You're losing all of your profit. You're never going to make any money back for those buildings. Or you can distribute, to other factories, which if your factory's close enough, that works. Until, like on my no man's land right now, I've filled my sawmill up 110,000 liters of wood. Making planks, that's all it did. And then I have a carpentry shop making furniture. That's it. It's very basic. The carpentry shop can't keep up with a single sawmill. The sawmill will outproduce planks. So my sawmill filled up with planks. And then it's like, it's just sitting there burning money for basically being on. And the carpentry shop is like, we're full on planks too, so, yeah. Whatever. So you have to turn the sawmill off, or you have to get another production. And I haven't dropped anything else yet. No Man's Land is fun because he has a lot of specific placeables for doing stuff like that. Because it is basically a forestry map. You have to go clear all the trees before you can do any fields. So I'll probably do something like that today or tomorrow. But, yeah. Where was I going with that? I have a pallet auto loading trailer. See there, I just got half the money for my win. Wow, we're already at 53 minutes and we haven't done anything. I'm gonna try and keep the episodes to about an hour. I might do every other day. I might do every day. It'll basically be, I will upload videos when I feel like it. For now. I don't want to put myself on a schedule. Because life. For those of you that don't know, I am Frito. I have a daughter. Her name is Cornchip. Cornchip is 10 in April. And yeah, she's getting older and she needs dad to do things, take me places, and that sort of thing. So Cornchip comes first. Golf course is second, work is secondary. But yeah, Cornchip needs me to do things, wife needs me to do things. They all come before video games. That's just how it is. But yeah, when I can, I will sit down and play around on Newbie Farm. I'm calling it Newbie Farm, right? I don't care that you renamed it Riverview Farm. Riverview Farms. It's very hoity-toity sounding. It's the Newbie Farm. It just is. And yeah, I hope some of you guys enjoy reminiscing with me. I hope if anybody new comes along that they go back and look up, you know, Farm Sim 13, Farm Sim 15, Newbie Farm, so that they can appreciate how difficult it used to be and why we had to be so creative in our playing of the map and playing of the game to try and make money, because we're really messed with the economy now. I think the economy out here is set to normal. I don't think I messed with that yet. Economic difficulty. It's on normal. I can set it to hard, but there's no point. Money is a secondary byproduct in Farming Simulator. If you do something long enough, you'll make money doing it. Oh yeah, my baler. That's what I was going to do. I was going to bale that field. We aren't leaving until I bale that field. It's just all there is to it. I am doing round bales. So for all of you who enjoy the big square bales. Square bales are square bales. I wanted to get that done so I could plow that out as well. We will... I really like all of these garages, by the way. I've got to get a washer up here. Maybe next time when we come back, a day or two, we will wash everything. Because the fact that Roy gives you a map and every piece of equipment is filthy dirty bothering me. Alright, so we're going to go buy a tractor. It's a medium tractor. And it's a modded tractor. It is this one. Yeah, 306 horsepower. 306. Boom. $154. $154,000. I don't like those ones. They look bald. So we'll do those tires. And then don't really do anything else. I'm not putting a front loader on this. I am putting GPS on it. And I don't run license plates. I think the license plate thing should be an option. In the menu, it should have a thing, turn license plates off. I don't want license plates. I think they're a colossal waste of time. And then balers. Scrolling down, down, down. Kubota fast bale. We are going to get... What kind of tires do I want? I don't like those. Yeah, we'll stick with those ones. I don't care about the decal. Foil. I want green. I want green foil. And no license plate. There we go. There is no option for the silage fluid. Because I will be wrapping bales. Not feed cows, but to feed BGA at some point. It's just easier to do bales. So yeah, this is it. This is my tractor and my baler. I like this particular tractor. 300 horsepower it's just right there. I mean, it's big enough to do pretty much everything that I'm going to need to do. I don't think I'll need a bigger tractor. And it will do all of the potato stuff. It has narrows. We'll stick the narrow tires on it at some point. yeah, it's and then the baler is just nice because I can set the cruise to 15, and then we'll just drive around, and we never have to stop. Automatic drop is on, and it will just spit out bales for us. I forgot to change the size of the bale. That's right. They're 3,500 liter bales. Next time we bale, I'll change them and make it bigger. But yeah, I wanted to get all of this straw picked up. And next time we will plow out all of the stuff I want plowed out. Connect these two fields together. And then plow the fields basically. Rocks, and then I will sleep, and after that will probably be a harvest again. Although I didn't look, we'll have to look around at some point and make sure we have a corn header in New Holland. Either that or we can look at doing silage on those. We'll have to have a little round. We're a little over an hour right now, so probably next time around, after we get done plowing, maybe we'll look around and see what's what with all of that. I'm not colossal hurry though. I have nowhere to be. I'm chilling out on the farm. I was noticing that this field is epically bumpy, like it's plowed underneath, and the wheat is just kind of there. Like it seemed like the combine was bouncing a lot. Maybe it was just me though. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of combining in Farm Sim 24 or 22, whatever this is. I don't know. So yeah, most all of my field work has been in root crops. I haven't done it on combining. I've actually been kind of avoiding combines because they're big, they're unruly, and I'm not interested. I may actually take that combine and sell it and get an old New Holland combine. Like 50 grand modded one that I've got, because that's how much combining I don't want to do. You know, like I said, I'll keep a field of wheat or barley or whatever the chickens will eat, and we'll make straw, because the pigs and the cows will make manure. And that's all I need that kind of crop for. Chicken food and straw. I don't need to make flour and, you know, all that junk. Cereal, I'm not interested. But, you know, I'm not knocking it. If you want to do it, by all means, go ahead. I'm just not into the combine thing anymore. I used to really dig doing all the combine stuff. The problem I have with them now is they require a hired worker or multiplayer. That was one thing I don't like about the new vegetables, carrots and the parsnips and red beets, is the in-game equipment the Giants gave us requires you to hire a worker or have multiplayer. If you want to not drop everything on the ground and then go back and pick it up later. I've seen that solution. So you just tell it to offload onto the ground, and then you go back with a front loader and pick it up, which is dumb. None of their equipment has any kind of a container to it. It has no storage. The first time I got on the Polish DLC map, I can't pronounce the word, so I'm not gonna try. And I was like, oh yeah, let's just run around and give all these new recruits a try. It took me 5 minutes and I hated every second of it. I'm like, nope. And then I went and found that mod, and the Grimy Rooster mod. I like it because it harvests all four. I don't have to worry about, needing other pieces of equipment, and it has storage. Now, the storage part is questionable. I don't know the reality of the situation. I've never seen one of these things in real life. I have no idea how many liters it would hold. But you can set it so that it will hold 24,500 liters. I don't know if that's realistic or not. I know the big potato harvester in the game holds 22,500 liters. And their storage bunkers seem to be about the same size. The trail thing that I've got versus the in-game gigantic thing. Would it be colossally heavy? Probably. But is it outside the bounds of reality? I don't think so. And if you've done a big carrot field, even 24,500 liters is not enough storage space. Carrots take up so much room. I did a gigantic carrot field over the weekend on that Zoskanovka map, and I'm not kidding, it took a solid 4 hours to get, and it was a contract too. It was a $20,000 contract, harvest contract. And it was ridiculous. When I got done with that, I was like, I don't want to see another carrot anywhere. Hundreds of thousands of liters of carrots in this field. It was ridiculous. But it was, it was a good time. It was a way to, just kill some time, turn on a YouTube playlist, and just kick back and enjoy farm sim in the winter. And yeah, we're getting a lot of bales off of this field. I really should have made the bale size bigger. That's okay. I do have a trailer that auto loads bales. If I want to do that at some point, I will. Probably just write JCB telehandler and a trailer at some point to come down and pick all these up. I don't know how the bale storage barn up there works. I don't know if you have to stack them in there, or if it auto does it. You just drop them off and it's like, yeah, here you go. So we'll have a play around with that. Probably do that next time. I just want to get this one field baled. We'll see how many bales. Take your guesses now. I'm guessing 30-some odd bales, as long as I stay on the track and keep everything picked up. 30, 35, 36. See, I wasn't really counting, I was just kind of looking. The most I got off of the field, my No Man's Land map so far is 175. Hay bales one time. I'm kind of sad that hay farming just isn't worth it. Giants just isn't into the hay. You can bail up 175 hay bales off of the field and still not make 100 grand. It's just kind of sad. I think hay should be worth more money. Make hay great again. Yeah, that's a little joke. But yeah, it's just sad. Like, I would totally just do hay farming if I could. It would be a good time. I like mowing. I mow for a living now. I think it's great. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to say right now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do a lot of contract stuff. I'm not really interested. Plus the contracts, I don't know, it just doesn't seem worthwhile to me. But I think when we get done with this, I think that's what we're going to call it, because we're at an hour and 12 minutes now. No, an hour and 11 minutes. Yeah, I really want to say thank you to everybody who watched the last video. I really appreciate it. I really was honestly just kind of at a loss for words. There was a lot of just sitting around remembering doing things on Newbie Farm while I was harvesting. And I probably wouldn't have been able to say much anyways. It was just really nice to be back, and I want big thanks to Mr. Cavalier Boy for making the map for so many years, for so many versions of FarmSim. Thousands of hours of entertainment, at least for some of us. Caused him some headaches here and there, but it was all in good fun. Nothing was intentional. And yeah, big thanks to him for doing all this. I really appreciate it. That's it. Thanks to you guys for watching. I appreciate that. I just like to share. I'm not here to make any kind of money. I don't want you guys to watch the ads that stupid Google puts on the video. Sorry, quick coffee break. Yeah, I'm not here to make any kind of money. I honestly could care less. I'm here to share my reminiscence of Newbie Farm with you guys, and to have some fun. So until next time, how many bales did I guess? 35, 36? How many did you guys guess? If you don't want to write it down, I don't care, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 24. Oh, I was way off. Oh. Well, if you guys guessed somewhere closer to that, leave a comment if you want. If you don't, that's okay too. I don't care. If you want to share the video, go ahead and share it. If you don't, that's okay too. I will be back in a day or 3. I don't know when. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, have a good day.